Be here today and to be the speaker in October. And I really want to thank Katie and make sure that we acknowledge Katie for what she does. I don't know if you all know, but Katie's one of the most successful, influential, connected women that I've ever met. And she's so passionate about us because she loves women and she loves every one of you in this room. And that's why Illuminate exists. She's teaching us how to pursue our goals, our dreams, and she's teaching us how to live an abundant life. And so let's give her a hand. Thank you. So I'm going to try to talk fast. Katie asked me to give you guys a teaser of what I'm speaking about in October. And so I thought what I would try to do is to give you a little bit of background, and then we'll lead up to that, if that's okay. So, ever since I've been a child, I have believed that we've been put on this planet for a purpose, to make a difference with our lives. And so anytime I've been exposed to poverty, anytime I've been exposed to hurt, anytime that the world needed generosity and I didn't have the resources to help, it always broke my heart. You're nodding your heads, you know where I'm coming from. And so I used to ask these questions over and over again. How can I be generous if I'm struggling to pay my own bills? How can I do something different? How can I move to a different place if I'm tied to the paycheck that's over here, even though it's inadequate? And I asked these questions through my 20s. I asked them through my 30s. I asked them into my 40s. But then tragedy struck. Because my husband, my best friend, my lover, my companion, got diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. And see, we thought we were going to beat it. So we fought the good fight of faith for 8 long months. But I woke up one day, unprepared, as a widow and the mom of a single 2-year-old. And see, in addition to dealing with the heartbreak, in addition to dealing with the challenges of walking into the unknown, I wanted to be that mom that took my son to school and that picked him up every day. I wanted to be that mom that was in the bleachers cheering him on at every single game. I wanted to put him in private school. I wanted him to travel the world. And equally, I wanted him to grow up to be generous, to love people, and to want to make a difference himself. And so it wasn't out of courage. It wasn't out of confidence or qualification. It was out of desperateness. It was out of necessity that I made the decision that each of us have to make if we're going to take that step into the unknown and go somewhere different and do something different. And I wasn't qualified to do it. But I made the decision that everybody is going to need to make is to take that step. And I decided that the vehicle that I was going to use was going to be to launch my own company. And I did what each of you will do, is I made every mistake you can make along the way. And then you got to navigate your way through the consequences of every mistake you make along the way. And it took longer than we expect, but right about a little over 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago, I sold my company, and I sold it for millions of dollars to a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. A few things along the way, and I want to give you a couple of takeaways today. I learned that it wasn't about being qualified, because I wasn't qualified. Listen, the first thing that I had to do the day that my husband passed away is I had to go to the local Sears store and borrow $500 on my Discover card so I could cover burial costs. I wasn't rich. It didn't take money. Now here's your takeaway. Doesn't matter how much money you have in your pocket. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account. There's lots of money out there. It doesn't have to be in your pocket, in your bank account to pursue your dreams if it takes money. Something else I learned along the way is that my company, it was not only a vehicle to help me achieve my family's goals, dreams, and visions, but it was a vehicle to help thousands achieve their goals, dreams, and visions. Because we supported global causes, we supported national causes, we supported local causes, we put people to work, we helped launch other companies. It wasn't about being qualified, it was about understanding that I had a purpose, and that purpose is what qualified me. The second thing that I want you to understand is that there are 5 steps that if you will follow these 5 steps, you too can walk into your unknown, you too can walk into your destiny, and I believe you can do just about anything that you dream of. And it's those 5 steps that I'm going to be sharing with you in October at the Illuminate event.
Thank you, Jane Ann. I adore you, girl. Jane Ann's an incredible mentor for me. My bestie over here, Candace Dado, shared a video with me that I just think is hysterical. I'm going to